Three myths about the no contact rule that I want to talk about. Folks, I'm Jim Miller, helping you find and keep the love of your life and write a better love story. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I would ask you to hit the subscribe button. When you do that, tick the bell icon. You'll be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, I'd like to ask you to give me a thumbs up down below. Check the description below the video and leave a comment down there if you have something that you want me to know. But let's talk about three myths that I hear constantly about the no contact rule. Now, for those of you that don't know, the no contact rule is quite often sold as some magic bullet to get your ex back, that all you have to do is not contact them for 30 days and they will just magically come back, which is myth number one. The no contact rule really is a period of time when you decide you're not going to contact your ex by any means. You're not going to respond to them. You're not going to text them. You're not going to call them. You're not going to Facebook like their stuff. There's no contact. It's pretty simple, no contact. And it's a period of time, generally speaking, 30 days after a breakup. Now, understand all people and all breakups are different. There are no two that are really alike. I mean, there's some similarities and whatnot, but there's no two that are really alike, and people are different. But myth number one is that the no contact rule will make your ex come back. Maybe. And I say maybe because sometimes it might. Those relationships might have come back together regardless. It's hard to say. I have seen some relationships that have come back together whether the no contact rule was there or not. It really didn't matter. It depends on why you broke up, how bad was the breakup. There's a lot of factors involved. But I've also seen some people that I've worked with in the past that went into no contact and never heard from their ex again. This is possible. Again, all people and all breakups are different. But the no contact rule is not a magic bullet to automatically get your ex back. Myth number two, the no contact rule will make your ex miss you. Again, it's a maybe. And I say that because your ex might miss you regardless whether you're in contact with them or you're not. The idea is that the no contact rule gives them a chance to experience life without you. But many people are very foolish with what they do with that time. Take that time if you're not in contact with your ex. The beautiful thing about no contact for me, and what I tell people that I work with, is if you make a commitment that you are not going to contact this person for, say, 30 days or maybe 3 weeks or six weeks, whatever it is that you decide, you're not planning in your head the perfect words that you want to say. You know what I'm talking about. You're coming up with that perfect text that's just going to hit all the right points that you want to hit in your ex's life. You know them well enough to know that if you mention this, this, and this, that'll hit them where their heart is. You're not spending your time and energy worrying about coming up with the perfect text. You're not worried about coming up with the perfect thing to say or what gift can you do for them. You can take that time and you can focus on yourself, because that's where your energy needs to be. Self-improvement is never a waste of time. I'll say it again, people. Self-improvement is never a waste of time. And if you work on yourself and become a better version of you, even if your ex does not come back, you foster an environment to attract someone even better into your life. Now, people are like, I can't do that. I can't live without my ex. Yes, you can. And there is someone better out there. If your ex and you don't work out, there is someone better. I mean, I've seen it happen many, many times. I've lived it myself. So understand, your ex may miss you as a result of no contact, but it's not a guaranteed thing. And number three myth, and I've heard this a lot here recently, the no contact rule works every time. That's just bullshit. There are breakups out there. There are people that are in relationships that are toxic. And when those relationships end, believe it or not, sometimes that's the best thing that can happen. But quite often I have seen people that go into no contact and never hear from their ex again, or maybe they do years down the road somewhere. And by then, hopefully both people have moved on and you're able to live your life without that person. The no contact rule does not work every time to get an ex back. Understand that. The no contact rule does work every time for you to take some time to work on yourself. What do I mean by work on yourself? Well, there's so much you can do. If you've got some deep-seated emotional problems or some emotional feelings, see a therapist. They get a bad reputation, but my God, I've been to therapists myself, and it helps. It's a wonderful thing. Read something that you want to read. Study something. Learn something new. Are you overweight? Maybe you need to go to the gym. Maybe you need to eat a little healthier. Are you falling behind in your spiritual practice? If you're a spiritual person, maybe you need to practice your faith a little bit more. You need to get more involved in that. Volunteer somewhere. You know, when you volunteer to do something somewhere, it's a wonderful benefit for you. You're helping someone who needs the help, and you get to take away, you know, feeling good about that. There's nothing wrong with that. When you donate your time and you volunteer, I'm getting a little bit off subject, I'm sorry, but the no contact rule does work in these areas. It helps you to become a better version of you. It does not automatically get your ex back. Anyway, folks, that's just all I got to say tonight. I've been looking at some programs here lately, some ex-back programs, and I got to be honest with you, they're all pretty much the same thing. Some of them have some good information in them. Some of them are, you know, I don't agree with everything in any of them. I've been promising to do a review of Brad Browning's X Factor guide. There were some good insights in there, some good psychological insights in there, but I don't agree with everything that's in it by a long shot. So I'm looking for some information out there, folks. I'm working on my own program at this point. Going to start opening back up. I mean, I'm getting better now, hopefully. And going to open back up and start taking some coaching clients on again. Anyway, look for the link in the description when I start to do that. Folks, again, Jim Miller, helping you find and keep the love of your life and write a better love story. And I'm pulling for you. Thank you.